Hey YouTube, I'm back. Wanted to make another video just to keep you updated on what's been happening. It's been several months since I've made a video, and I'm aware of that. I'm sorry. I don't have the time currently, or I didn't. I do now, only because I'm furloughed. Work, our sales is down, and so the production of homes, and therefore the wiring of homes, is not happening because we've got like a year backlog of houses, but to get them permitted and moved into place is the issue. So here I am. I thought, why not make a video, let you guys know what's going on. For all you guys out there that are watching, it seemed like I had a couple hundred views, but I don't know what that means, or if anyone's really watching, or if it was the same person 200 times. I guess that doesn't really matter. But for those people who are interested, or who are family, or who know me or knew me in years past in school or whatever, just kind of give you an update. I've been going to UW because that's where the transplant will be taking place, as far as we are well aware. They have a great team. They do like 70 to 80 transplants a year. They've already done, I think, to this point, over 70. Last time we spoke, which was like a month and a half ago, it was about, or a month ago maybe, was about 66 or 68, which is still a ton. That's more than one a week. Anyway, they seem to know what they're doing, and I'm excited for that. It seems like they really, I can trust that they've done this, and they've worked with anatomies like mine, which is a little different. I don't know if I explained that in previous videos, but I have transposition of the great arteries, and instead of swapping them, which they couldn't do at the time, they went ahead and folded the heart, and what's, if you look it up, it's called the Mustard procedure. But anyway, we went up to UW, and we had scheduled about 10 appointments. I think we only got through with 9, and I got to redo the last 2 only because on the second day there, I had my CT scans, and one of them, the last one, had contrast, and the contrast, I told them, I don't do well with contrast, I have allergic reactions, I don't feel good about this, and they were insistent that they needed it, and said, oh, it's totally different from the other ones you've had. So I said, whatever, I'm in the hospital, might as well just do this, might as well get it over with. So I did it, and I had an allergic reaction, and I ended up in the ER. So it was 4 hours there in the ER, and then we went home. Barely made our bus home, but when we were back, it was just good not to be in the hospital and in the ER. Anyway, in the morning I had 2 more appointments. One was for the lung function test, and the other one was the stress test. And the nurse that admitted us for the lung function test was surprised that I was even there. She's like, "You were in the ER. That's like a get out of jail free card. You can just not do this." And she was also surprised that we had a lung function test and the stress test. And I think I remember them asking me if that was okay. And in my mind, I was like sure, why not? Like, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is the lung function test is actually a little stressful, and it's not exactly just a breathing. And then to follow it up with a stress test on a bike or a treadmill is more stress on the heart. And so she was surprised I was there, and I didn't do so well. Go figure, I was in the ER the night before. And then we canceled the last one, not because she told us to, but because I just didn't feel that great after the ER. I didn't realize how much it actually affected me. Anyway, we have to reschedule those. I think we're looking around March to get up there and finish those. And while we're there, we might as well just make it kind of an event and have fun and see the Gasworks part, or maybe go to the Space Needle and check out the restaurant. Just, not make it just a stressful hospital event, but make it sort of a family affair. And I think that would really lighten the mood, as well as get these needed appointments out of the way. Like I said, there was like 9 appointments. They took like half my blood, or so it felt. Feeling a little woozy after that. I know we talked to a couple of people, from the social worker to a dietitian to I can't remember her exact position, but infectious disease we went through a lot of it, and some of them were actually via Zoom. And I think we've had not 9, 10, 11, maybe 12 appointments, and again, a couple more coming up. But again, all these have to be done in order for me to get a heart, so it's totally worth it. And knowing that Seattle has done these and has done like over 70 heart transplants this year, they do like over one a week, 1 point something. It is insane. That is so many heart transplants. So that's exciting news for me. I think that gives me not hope. I wouldn't call it hope, but it's reassurance that they know what they're doing. They've done this. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. There's not much else. I'm just waiting on that. I'm trying to get back in shape. Since the lung function test, she was like, even though I didn't finish it, the nurse was mentioning that I need to get back and work out. And I've been a little easy on my workouts because I've been afraid to overwork myself. But with her urging, with wisdom, I want to work out more and bring myself to not exhaustion, like complete exhaustion, but get a good heart rate, good breathing, develop my lungs, and my cardiovascular system, and not just do weights here and there, but really work out my heart like 3 times a week. And so I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to be more into that so that I'm as strong as possible leading into the heart surgery. Because if I'm strong, then I can easily, I'll heal better. I'll get through the 3 months of rehabilitation and sedentary lifestyle way better than if I go in there weak. I mean, we all know this. It makes sense. Again, I was just afraid to work out in the way that I felt. Well, I didn't know that I should. I was just afraid to work out. After you have ventricular tachycardia, your heart releases, I think it's called troponin, if I'm right. Anyway, it's like a stress in your body, and it made me feel stressed. And so working out was difficult. I couldn't sleep. The stress was so high if I had like a decent workout. But now that all of that is out of my system, the workouts don't produce that sort of feeling in me, that stressful feeling, which is great because now I can, I kind of trained myself not to work out, and now I'm training myself to work out again within reason, with wisdom, not overdoing it. And I'm feeling better. But you may have noticed in a couple of other videos, if not just the last one, I'm in this dirt house, and you're probably wondering, what is this? This is a comp house. I started this like 11 years ago, about 10 to 11 years ago, and in 2 years, I built the foundation. I dug the pit, dug in the foundation, collected all the rubble and the concrete, and then in the next year, I built the walls. I had help from my brother, from my daughter, who was, like a year old, 2 years old. So not much help, but it was cute and it was great, and I liked having her involved. And then my brother came over, my brother Jason, and him and I built most of this. I did it mostly myself, but I certainly needed the help of some people, and I'm glad I had their help. And eventually it turned into this. I think the last 2 years I changed out the roof and put in the ceiling, and I don't know if you guys can see it from where you're at, so let me show you. So I built that window, bought that from Portland. That's a really nice door. It does need to be fixed a little bit. It's getting old. That window, and I just put in that ceiling. It's just cedar fence board, and I had a couple of guys from work join me, and we put that in. I've got a little secret nook there that I was going to hide like some whiskey in, but now I don't drink, so it's just a hole. And then over here we have a place where I'm going to have a fireplace. I brick that in, and it's dirt, so it's not like it would catch on fire, so I don't need any backing. And then we'll go ahead and exit right out here. I don't have any insulation in there, so I'm going to cut that out. And here, this used to be all windows and little pieces molded into the cob, and then I tore it out because the windows were breaking, mostly my fault. And I framed this in and put in this window that I bought from a lady over in Portland. She builds these stained glass windows, and they're quite beautiful. And I knew that it was going to look good in here, and voila, there it is. So that's the short rundown. You saw here, I have this groove running from here to there. That's so that I can get some actual electrical in here and get a light switch. But anyway, that's kind of where everything's at right now. I hope the update was useful for you, or if you are tracking my progress, I thank you for watching. I know that I probably have like 2 people who've watched this, and that's okay. This might be a good story to keep and to keep track of, and it'll be there for anyone to watch, whether I live or I die. I think this might be something that people can benefit from, to see my journey and the things that you go through, whether it's cancer or your heart or anything that comes upon you and is sudden terrible news that you feel like your life is over. It's not. You know, I've been getting into Bible studies. I'm doing woodworking on Saturday with my brother-in-law. I'm trying to engage myself in doing more reading, more projects around the house, getting things set in order. It doesn't have to be over. You have a lot to offer in your life, and I would say go out there and share your wisdom. You know, help disciple people. Go be part of the church. See if you can be a deacon, and see if you can serve in the church somehow. Whatever it is, just go and do something worthwhile. Don't sit around and lament that your death is coming up in like a year or 2 years or 3 or whatever it is. You're just going to waste your life, and you're going to be miserable until you die. Go have fun, praise the Lord, and be fruitful in everything you do, with people, speaking the gospel, speaking truth, being active in your community. All these things matter, and they will be appreciated by all those around you. Even if you were to die, they're going to remember you for all the good things you did, the gospel that you preached, and the heart that you had. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will try not to be so far out on my next video so that you guys can stay updated. Again, if there's anything crazy coming up, I'll let you know. But other than that, please subscribe, like, share this video, let other people know. Let this message kind of go out to everyone, as many people as you can reach. Like, life's not over. Just because you have something big like this come up doesn't mean that it has to be bad. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And really quick, here's what it used to look like. And then, of course, I tore it all out right here. And then you can see right here, we have the lath on the other side, and then lath on this side. And then you saw the finished result. Again, thanks for watching. See you next time.